So, I figured I'd give y'all, how y'all doing? Figured I'd give y'all a quick history lesson on my way home. We got off early, well, a little early, it's 15-20 minutes early. We were actually getting ready to move. Hopefully, we'll be done with that job and we can start moving tomorrow if they figure out where we're going. But I figured I'd give y'all a quick history lesson of how we got into logging. My granddaddy was L.F. Arnold. I know y'all don't need to know him, and he started out. He laid carpet for a little while. He was born in 1939. He laid carpet for a little while, and then he was a police officer for, I don't know, it wasn't long, and then he started farming. They grew tobacco as far as, and row crops, but mostly tobacco. And then, early to, I don't know exactly, it was the early 80s, he started buying his own timber. He just bought the timber, the land, all of it, sold it. Cut the timber off of it and sold it. And he did that for, I think it was 6 or 7 years, and then in the early 90s, like 91, 92, 90 to 92, he started deciding that he was really looking into buying his own equipment, starting to cut his own timber too. So that's what he did. He started a crew, and my father and my uncle went to work for him, and they were running the crews, and he was keeping everything straight in the office. And then they hired 2 or 3 timber buyers, and then my father learned how to buy timber. And it wasn't long to where they were running 3 crews. Well, they had 3 crews at one time. And then Fran came through, and they were wide open for 3 or 4 years. And then after all the markets had flooded with Fran, everything started to slow down. So they went down to 2 crews, and they run 2 crews for a little while whenever I was younger. And then like 3 or 4, and then they bumped it. Well, they run 2 crews all the way up till I was about 8. Then they bumped it all into one big crew. And then in the early 2000s, about 2004, they bumped it into one crew. My father he worked in a body shop and was good at what he did, as far as everybody that I've talked to that dealt with him back then. But he worked in a body shop. That's where he originally started, was in an auto mechanic body shop. So whenever my grandfather started cutting his own timber, my father started running the loader for him, and then he learned from all the guys that had went to school and everything to buy timber. He learned how to buy timber, so he started buying timber, and the other 2 guys ended up starting their own stuff. One of them started a logging crew, and then the other one started buying timber, and he had his own logging crew. And that is Roger Greer. That's actually who we cut for now, who we're contracting for. So it's come full circle, and it's kind of weird, but my grandfather in 2000, 2010, maybe 2009 or 10, my grandfather passed away. And whenever my grandfather passed away, he was like my daddy's father. So it kind of took a toll on Daddy, and we were already kind of down because the economy was down, and everybody was at that time. So then, that's the history on that, up till that point. Now, whenever I was homeschooled from the 3rd grade, and in the 5th or 6th grade, Mama became the secretary at the shop. When she became the secretary at the shop, I was doing schoolwork at the shop. We had a guy out there that was doing firewood. He had a firewood processor, and what I'd do my schoolwork up till about lunch. He'd be there at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and he'd split wood. Well, as soon as he got done splitting wood, we'd deliver. We had a bunch of restaurants and all in Raleigh. So I'd go with him to deliver that. So I don't know. I probably started with him whenever I was 13, 12 or 13. I mean, I was young. And I worked with him for up till I was 16 and a half. And then he moved all his stuff to Durham, about 30 miles up the road. Whenever he did that, I was 16 and a half. So I started working with Daddy. I was running the loader for him. And then he got down in the dumps, and he was having a hard go at it because his mama got sick, or my grandma got sick, his mother got sick. So he was having a hard time with that. My granddaddy had passed away not too long before that. And so at that point, I talked to the guy that had the firewood, and I was talking to him, and he was right bumping 60 years old. I said, I wonder if I'd just buy you out. He said, okay. So I ended up buying the firewood business, and I did that for 2 or 3 years, and then I had so much going on that I was miserable. So I started looking somebody to buy it, because it was a good business, and I had a lot of customers that were good customers. So I finally found somebody to buy it. Well, in the meantime, that summer, I was running the loader during the day, and then as soon as we got done cutting wood and all that day, I carried loads of wood to Raleigh, and I was staying out till 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, which isn't fun whenever you get up and run the loader all day the next day. So I decided I needed to do something quick. So I finally got another logger son up the road. He wanted it, so I sold it to him. And it's working out pretty good for him, but I'm glad I'm not doing it anymore. So I started running the loader full time again. We cut for a year and a half, 2 years, and then the cutter man came to work for us. So that's a little bit of the history of A&B Land and Timber. But I figured I'd share that with you. And I'm just pulled up at the house. I'm going to go in here and get ready. We're going to Mom and Daddy's tonight. And hopefully I'll get y'all some good videos tomorrow. We've been so hectic trying to get everything ready to be moved. But I'll try to get some good videos tomorrow. So I'll catch y'all later on.